Welcome to my video blog for October 2nd, 2016. What can I say? Doing better. It was so nice for the past few days to have somebody to actually talk to. It was really nice. Um, it kind of sucks, being lonely and, just being by yourself and it really stinks sometimes. But having somebody to talk to that's been facing kind of the same challenges, it was really nice. And was really good. We decided to remain friends. He went and he found somebody else locally by him, and I understand that, and I've fully accepted that. I mean, I would rather, like I said, have somebody truthful in a relationship than not be truthful at all. Um, Basically, all I've been doing for the past few days is working, working, and working. So I'm doing a lot better. I'm happy, I'm cheerful, and I'm my good old self almost. Well, almost. Still a little down in the dumps, but at least I'm doing better. Um, but yeah, it's like, your depression just hits you and you're just like down. And it sucks, There's not a lot I could do this last month that kind of prevented events in my life from going down the way they did. I had a friend who recently committed suicide. Um, I knew the inevitable was going to happen, and I was prepared for it because I knew that after his divorce from his husband, that it literally wouldn't he wouldn't be able to hold on. Um, so he went for a leap out of a four-story window of his apartment and landed in a garbage can below. And basically was in a coma for 3.5 weeks, and that was the end of it. They had left me as he had left me as power of attorney. There was just, you know, no way I could do it. I could not give the order to pull the plug. I couldn't. It's not because I understood his wishes and I understood what he wanted. It's that it's so hard to pull the plug on a friend, and it makes it worse. So much worse. So I had to basically say, no, no, I'm not going to do that. No way, no way, So I signed it over to his sister because his sister is the only person out of his family that had kept in contact with him. And because his mother and father had basically disowned him and wanted nothing to do with him or his lifestyle. So the only person that kept in contact with him was his sister. And, it's rough when you have to deal with that with your friends and everything else. And so I signed everything over to her, let her deal with it. I finally found out that he had passed away. And it's upsetting because, I can't go to the funeral. But, at the same time, I'm glad I'm not going because I just with the way my emotions have been and everything, I mean, that's just going to bring me so far down. It's not even funny. My friend's going to record the funeral for me, which is very nice of him. I do very muchly appreciate that. It's a long story with this friend. See, I've known this gentleman since, I would say about sixth grade on. Um, Kind of knew. We all knew he was flat out of the closet. He never hid it. Even when elementary school, he basically told people, "I'm gay, leave me alone." And and if they picked on him for it, he basically said, "Hey, fuck you," and kept going. And and really strive to be a much better person. And I really liked him for that because of the fact that, he had enough balls to stand up and basically tell his classmates, hey, you don't like me? Fuck you. I don't like you. Um, and so, hmm, you know, it's awesome. Um, for my favorite memory of him is for his bachelor party. Four of his fellow furry buddies decided it was a good idea to take him to a bar and get him completely knocked up, shit faced, drunk, passed out. And we decided it'd be a great idea to take him to a tattoo parlor. Um, Now, remember, laws have changed since this happened, so you need to realize if you do this now, it's considered assault and you will go to jail. But at the time, this was not the case. And we had decided, okay, we're going to pay for some tattoos to get done on his ass. Literally on his ass, by the way. Um, so the funniest thing that that we decided to come up with was we decided to go with the old animal jokes. And I've noticed the three guys talkative as hell. The fourth guy silent. Hadn't said a whole thing the entire night, and I was almost like maybe autistic, maybe mute. I wasn't getting this vibe of he really could talk or anything. And all of a sudden, he opens his mouth and literally comes up with the best idea. He decides, let's tattoo on his left butt cheek, I like horse dick, and on the right butt cheek, tattoo, insert here to continue, with a arrow pointing to his butthole. Now, I was like, okay, I'll chip in $100 for that because I guarantee you his husband's going to find that funny as hell. And so I was like, okay, let's go. I'm going to chip in on that one. And so I chipped in on that one just for the fun of it. I was like, I'm in on that one. Tattoo was done. We were like, okay, we're done. Let's let him into the car. His three friends decided, no, we're not done yet. We need to get an even worser tattoo done on him. When they said that, I'm like, I'm not a part of this one. I guarantee you that this one's gonna piss him off. And I'm like, I am nowhere a part of this one. They decided it was a great idea to go with one of the oldest classic practical jokes on the face of the earth. They basically decided to give him a gay Smurf orgy on his back. Now, tons of people have done the Smurf orgy tattoo. Okay, it's usually involving Papa Smurf and a female member of the Smurfs and another male member of the Smurfs. Never a gay version. I've never seen that. So anyways, I'm like, okay, you guys are on your own on this one. We get back from their service, and wow, I get a call about 2 in the morning on my cell number I don't even freaking recognize, and I pick up the number and I find out, oh hey, it's his husband calling, and I'm like, uh-oh. And he goes, well, who the hell is responsible for the tattoo on my husband's ass? And I politely admitted, okay, I had something to do with it, and so did his silent friend. And he started laughing, and he goes, you're lucky I have a good sense of humor. And he says, because that's the funniest shit I have ever seen tattooed on somebody's ass ever. And I was like, well, good. Then I asked him, I did the stupid thing. I asked him, did you see the other tattoo? And the only response I got over the phone back was, what other tattoo? And he goes, obviously you haven't seen the one on his back yet. And no, I'm not responsible for that one. You could blame his 3 college buddies that decided to get in on this one. And he goes, all I hear over the phone is, honey, take your shirt off. And he takes his shirt off, and the only thing I hear out of the cell phone is, oh my, what the boop came over the damn freaking phone. And that was it. And he goes, holy crap. And that's all I got back over the phone. And I go, now you kind of see why I'm not involved in that one. And he goes, yeah, I hope to God he hasn't seen that. And I'm like, probably will see it, especially if he looks in the mirror. And finally, I hear him running for a mirror, and he looks, and all I hear out of the damn phone in the background is, I am going to kill those dang stupid blanks. Just literally came over the phone, and I was just laughing my butt off. I was like, come on. You can't think that's not funny. I mean, come on. It's like you're freaking out because they tattooed your butt and now you're gonna have to get laser removed. What's funny is I found out a few months later he didn't get it removed but got it inked over and turned it into a dragon. I thought, well, that's a cool idea, get rid of it, right? But it's like, it's the one memory that I have of my friend that really is the only memory that I care to remember my friend about. Because it's a time that was fun, a time that was thrilling, a time that was great because you could openly be you without judgment. And that's why I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the plug. I couldn't bring myself to do something that, yeah, I may have cared for him, and yeah, I've been his friend for the longest time, but I cannot, in good conscience, do that. So, this is, what can I say? That's pretty much it. It's like, I really couldn't bring myself to do it. And does it upset me? Yeah, it does. And it makes me angry and sad that I couldn't really fulfill my friend's wishes. But a part of me is thinking that maybe it's better off this way because I can at least remember him for the good times we had.